up, Squishyverse? I'm SquishyJoshy, creative vagabond, taking you on adventures in gaming, art, music, and experiences. And today we have a new track by LOVEBITES called The Castaway. And this particular one says English lyrics. So I don't know if that means there's a Japanese version, but regardless, we've got English lyrics here. Maybe it's a lyric video, I'm not exactly sure, but we shall see. Why don't we just jump right on into it, because it is a 6-minute song. So I'm sure we're in for a ride. Here we go. Okay, guitars are fading in. Ooh. Nice. Okay. All right, we're going to pause it there, have a little chat about it. So it definitely has that LOVEBITES feel that I'm kind of used to, you know, after hearing a couple songs from them. We've got that massive power metal vibe going on from when the song sort of kicks off. But at the start, we kind of had this gradual fade in with the guitars. Now, that fade in actually kind of reminded me of songs by Atreyu. And then when everyone came in, I was getting some Camelot vibes. And the fact that I was drawing those two comparisons is just an amazing thing, because those were two of the bands that I was listening to for most of my time in high school and going into college. I really love the sound of both of those bands back then. And now it's super great to be revisiting that vibe with LOVEBITES right now. Really cool and yet simple music video they're going for here. I'm pretty sure that it's all sort of green screened in, but I like the concept. I like the fact that they're on this boat. They're going through really stormy seas. And I think some of the lyrics are sort of reflected in there where, you know, no matter what kind of storms or hurdles come our way, we're still going to, like, you know, fight and get through it, which is always kind of like a good message. You know, you never want to have haters or life get you down. So that's always a good message. I wonder if it's inspired by One Piece at all, because of the pirate ship kind of vibe, but it's a really cool song so far. I really like how this one seems like it's slightly more polished and produced than songs we've heard from them previously. I mean, obviously we're getting further into their discography now. This is newer stuff by them, so obviously as time progresses you would expect, you know, production wise to improve, and it really does sound like that. We can clearly hear all the instruments mixed really well. I don't know if there's a different mixing and mastering engineer for this particular song, and maybe the whole album is of this standard as well, but it definitely sounds a lot more crisp. Like, every instrument has its place. The drums especially, like, I noticed we could hear a lot of the little nuances on the drums, like all the special little bits and bells that the drummer was going for, like the ting-tings and the chinas every now and then. They all kind of had their own air pockets where they all fit into the mix. Now, there's a lot of songs out there where they'll go crashing out on the drums, and sometimes the cymbals are indistinguishable from one another. Like, a band that comes to mind is an Aussie band called Dead Letter Circus, and they have fantastic music, absolutely phenomenal music. But I think just the way that they recorded and mixed their drums, when they hit a china cymbal, sometimes it gets lost in the mix and kind of sounds like an open hi-hat. I don't know what happened there with their particular songs, but contrasting it with this song, this is just fantastic because we can hear all the little details of all the different like cymbals and stuff that are being hit. So I really like that. Let's dial it back and continue reacting. That's cool. There's the star. Nice. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, okay, here we go. Bass solo. Oh. Ooh. Nice. Oh, mate, that's a guitar solo. All right, we've got about 2 more minutes of the song to go. The most replayed part of this song is where the solo starts. That solo is fantastic. I love how it starts off with the bass. It kind of strips back a little bit, and then it's like, and then we're kind of like, okay, where's it going to go from here? And then all of a sudden, first guitar comes in, shreds it, absolutely just rips on the guitar. I feel like the first guitar has a very unique shredding style, especially the notes that she was going for towards the end of that solo, where she kind of slid all the way up the neck. And then, of course, guitar number 2. Sorry guys, I'm not the best with names because we're always kind of bouncing between different artists. But yeah, when the second guitar comes in with their part of the solo, you can kind of hear there's a different style there, but also really cool. And I love how there was those moments towards the end of the solo where they kind of did some showmanship together and they kind of paused and then let the guitar rip a bit more and then went back into it. I thought that was really cool. Visually, I also want to mention, although this does seem like it's potentially a 3D modeled video and they were green screened into it, I do want to say that they've chosen some fantastic views and angles to showcase the band. I do love the drone shots that come in over the drummer. There's a variety of different shots and it kind of like tries to take your mind away from the fact that they might have just been green screened into it. But at the same time, what we're getting is we're getting great views of the band. We're getting to see them play all the different notes and stuff in the song, all the different drums. I like getting to see the bands play and do their thing instead of like the camera always cutting every beat or whatever. I guess that has its part in some songs, but you know, this is the kind of thing where I really want to be seeing what each member's doing, and I really like how they've managed to do that in some of the shots. It doesn't have to be like a super polished video, as long as they're getting their sort of idea or aesthetic across. I feel like that's fine, and I enjoy this video for what it is. But musically, this is fantastic. It doesn't seem to be one of their faster songs. It seems to be a bit on the slower side, and that's probably why it's hitting like the 6-minute mark, you know, aside from the solo and everything. And that's not to say that it's a super slow song. It's just a little bit slower than what we've heard them do in the past, but otherwise it doesn't mean it needs to be like 200 BPM or whatever. It's great great for what it is. And yeah, fantastic work from all of them. And the singer even, we haven't mentioned the singer much, although she does kind of sit in that usual mid register of hers, so it's not like super high pitch, it's not getting into like falsetto or anything, but it's just a nice well-rounded spot in the mix, and I think it's a really good style for her. And I think with this kind of music, when you're trying to feel anthemic and victorious, you don't want it to be too high in the register, you don't want it to be like falsetto vocals or anything like that. You kind of want it to be chanty and triumphant. So I think vocally it's all perfect as well. I mean, like, we've noticed the thing with her English throughout the Love Bites songs that we've seen in the past, and you know, you can't fault her on that. I mean, English is probably her second language. She's really trying her best, so I'm not going to judge or criticize her on that, and I don't think I have in the past either. So yeah, it's all good stuff, guys. Before I continue, let's dial it back. Look guys, regardless of whether they're green screened in or not, you can't tell me that is not a fantastic shot. I mean, look at that. They got some cool guitars too. I like how the bass doesn't have the headstock on the end. I think if I'm ever going to get another guitar, which hopefully maybe one day I will, I'm aiming for like a more lightweight guitar, maybe a Strandberg, you know, the ones that don't have the headstock, because I want a lighter guitar that's going to be easier for me to play, because I defend a Jazzmaster over here. Fantastic guitar, sounds amazing. It's just a little on the heavy side, so I kind of wish that I had a guitar that I can throw around a little bit more for my own music and composition stuff, just because I'm more of a multi-instrumentalist where I might want to switch between guitar and keys or sing, and so I want to be able to just throw the guitar behind me or maybe do some tricks with it. I don't know. That's just something that I personally want in a guitar. And yeah, I know I went on a little bit of a tangent, but anyways, let's get back into it. Nice. Oh, she is a pirate. Wait. One Piece. Oh, so it is a pirate ship. Oh, come on. All right, that was cool. What do we think about that one, guys? Castaways by Lovebites. I feel like they always kind of nail this power metal sound, right? They're really good at that. Epic finish there too as well, with the, you know, sort of repeating that last line just to get a bit more of an impact at the end. And what can I say? Fantastic songwriting, fantastic musicianship from all of them. I like it, but I don't know if it's my personal favorite by Lovebites. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that I don't think it's my favorite by them, and that's okay. We all have our own opinions on what our favorite songs are by different artists. We should leave it at that. All right. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed my reaction, please do smash the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. 98% of you guys that are watching these videos and coming back to the channel for more are still not subscribed. So I would kindly appreciate if you would take 2 seconds of your time to subscribe and help us reaching our goal of 5,000 subscribers, hopefully within the next couple of months. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments and we can have a chat, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.